Hello, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Wednesday, April 1st, 2026. Well, yesterday was quite a turnaround Tuesday for the markets. We were expecting it to be bullish. We are coming into month end, quarter end, and now we've got the long weekend coming up. And historically, the Thursday before the Easter long weekend is usually bullish. So I think traders are trading into that this morning. We're seeing continuation to the upside in the stock index futures. Crude oil is down slightly this morning. Gold is up $92. Crude oil just below $100 right now in the pre-market. Well, yesterday was certainly an out of bounds day for the market. Volatility was higher than normal. It looks like a lot of institutions that were in cash had to put that cash to work before the end of the quarter, and that's what they did yesterday, which caused a lot of short covering. I don't think new money came into the market yesterday. We do have a lot of new buy signals based on Tuesday's trading action. So I'm going to show you some other charts here. If you're not that confident in these buy signals, you want to make sure that you're covering any short position. If you were short something and it generated a buy signal yesterday, you need to get out of that short position just as a matter of safety. If you want to take any of the buy signals and you're not that confident, then take a partial position and add to it over time. You don't have to do everything today. A lot of the things that we are watching did not generate buy signals yesterday, so we'll take a look at those in a second. Now, coming into yesterday's trading action, we're at the bottom of the panic zones. The pressure zone was forming. This is the time and place we typically look for buy signals. Again, the tables have turned. This is a different situation now. We're making lower highs and lower lows. And so our expectations on any buy signals are limited. There is the SPY trading up into the channel yesterday, still trading below the 200-day moving average. There's the NASDAQ 100 trading up to the lower channel line. Again, we still have to get over the 200-day moving average. There is the iShares for the TSX 60 back on a buy signal yesterday. Remember, this is two different markets we're looking at. Whereas the US market has crashed through all the major moving averages, the Canadian market is holding up much better because of the heavy reliance on commodities. Now, looking at the weekly charts, you can see Monday and Tuesday, that's this week. We're still looking for a close above the previous week's high to tell us something new is happening. That did not happen for the SPY yesterday or for the triple Qs. It did happen for the iShares for the TSX 60. So we're not back on a weekly buy signal yet, but things are looking fairly positive right now. Now, the VIX came down yesterday, not enough to generate a sell signal in the index or for the ETFs. So, options traders not overly excited about what happened yesterday. And then when you look at commodities, a lot of people want to connect what's going on in the Middle East with what happened in the stock market yesterday. I doubt that is the real connection. The price of crude oil did not drop that much yesterday. Gasoline dropped about the same amount and closed below the previous day's low, but those are not the sign of people liquidating positions because they think there's going to be a big change happening. It was a little profit taking yesterday. That's also true for the energy stocks. In Canada, the energy sector was down 0.62%. In the US, it was down double that at 1.13%. But again, no sell signals in the energy sector. So trying to connect what happened yesterday with the Middle East is probably not the right connection. More to do with institutions being heavy in cash and having an obligation to put that cash to work before the quarter end. And that's what they did yesterday. And that caused a lot of people who started to short stuff last week. They had to cover those short positions yesterday, and that's what made the market take off. And now we've got the seasonal component where it's usually bullish going into the Easter long weekend. So copper is back on a buy signal. Copper miners back on a buy signal. The GLD is back on a buy signal. Gold stocks, whether you're looking in New York or Toronto or the juniors, they're all back on buy signals. Silver's back on a buy signal. Silver miners and junior silver miners are also back on buy signals as of Tuesday's close. Now, looking at the TSX most actives yesterday, we did see TC Energy trade through the lower channel line, but it did not close below it. No change for Canadian Natural Resources, no change for Baytech, making a new high yesterday. Then we had a new high yesterday for Whitecap. Then looking at Cenovus, a little pullback there, just 0.3%. So no big, no aggressive selling in that stock. Bank of Nova Scotia back on a buy signal as of At Tuesday's close, we needed to close above 96.04. We closed at 96.47. We haven't got through resistance here yet. So I wouldn't be overly excited about buying this stock on Wednesday morning. And we're stuck in the middle of the 200 and 100-day moving averages at this time. And we're also trading from below the flypaper channel. So I would need to see more buying in Bank of Nova Scotia before I would jump in if this was a stock that I was personally following. Looking at power, no change there, still trading in the channel. Then our first gold stock, Barrick, back on a buy signal as of Tuesday's close. New high for Athabasca yesterday, and it actually closed higher on the day. Then looking at Ivanhoe, we are back on a buy signal. We needed to close above 1181. We closed at 1189. So Ivanhoe is back on a buy signal as of Tuesday's close. And then the TD Bank traded up to the upper channel line, holding just below it. So any higher close on Wednesday would give us a buy signal for the TD Bank. Let's finish off looking at the U.S. most actives, and there's a big update for NVIDIA back up into the channel. No change in trend there. Then we've got Snap back on a buy signal as of Tuesday's close. No joy for Intel. Then NU back on a buy signal by 1 penny. We needed to close above 1436. We closed at 1437. And then Neo's back on a buy signal as of Tuesday's close. We needed to close above 581. We closed at $6.03. No joy for Tesla, trading up to the lower channel line. We're looking for a close on Wednesday above $385.10. No joy for Micron, making a new low for this move on Tuesday. And then Bitmine, we traded up to the lower channel line. No change in trend there. No change in trend for Grab Holdings, and no change in trend for American Airlines from Tuesday's trading action. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. Yes, yesterday was a big up day. Yes, this morning we're going to see additional buying. Not that confident that we're going to be able to get over any of the major milestones we were looking for, running up to the 200-day moving average, closing above last week's high. Those are things we're still looking for. Otherwise, we can have a lot of noise within the down move that we had that does not really change the overall tone of the market. Enjoy the rest of your day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Thursday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.